I've made six figures selling digital products, and it's the reason I was able to leave my corporate job. If I had to start from scratch today, these are the only 5 products I'd focus on to replace my full-time income. Here's something I don't think people talk about enough. Not all digital products are created equal. There are digital products that are nice to have, and then there are digital products that people actually need. Nice to have products are things that add a little extra to someone's life. They're fun, they're aesthetic, they're cute. But the reality is not everyone has extra money to spend on things that are just nice. So these are things like aesthetic planners, cute printables, or decorative templates. They can sell, but they're not always consistent. Now on the other side, you have digital products that people need. These are products that solve a specific problem, and because of that, people are actively looking for them and willing to pay for them. Things like business templates, content systems, financial trackers, or anything that helps someone save time, make money, and stay organized. And these are the kind of products that can actually make you good money. So if your goal is to grow faster and eventually replace your 9-to-5, these are the types of products you want to focus on. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 digital products that fall into that category and that I would personally start with if I had to do it all over again. The first one is social media templates. This is huge right now because everyone is trying to grow online. Coaches, small business owners, influencers, they all need content. And because of that, templates made specifically for social media have become one of the most in-demand digital products right now. A great example of this is Instagram templates. Almost everyone is on Instagram and every creator is posting on it. And if you've noticed, there are so many well-designed carousels now, those aesthetic, value-packed posts. What most people don't realize is that a lot of those are actually made using templates they bought from digital product sellers. So if you can design different styles that are visually appealing and scroll stopping, this is something that can sell really, really well. Another way to fast track this is by offering custom content kits. I've seen creators charge well over $1,000 for custom Instagram feed for brands. So you can either sell templates that people customize themselves or go higher ticket with custom work, and that's where you can really increase your income. But it doesn't stop at Instagram post templates. There are so many more products you can create within this space, things like video reel templates, TikTok covers, YouTube thumbnails, Pinterest pins, LinkedIn templates, and more. But overall, anything that helps people grow in social media tends to do really well. And the reason is simple. These people are also business owners. They're trying to grow, get visibility, and make money. And anytime your product is tied to helping someone grow or make money, it becomes much easier to sell because people aren't just buying for fun. They're buying it as an investment. And you'll start to notice this pattern with everything I talk about in this video. The closer your product is tied to helping someone grow, save time, or make money, the better it will sell. Need proof? Let's go into Profitry, which is the product research tool I personally use, and let's type in social media templates and see how much these products are actually making. So if we look at the results here, the top listing is an Instagram template bundle making around $4,000 per month. And I don't know about you, but that's already enough to replace a 9-to-5 income for a lot of people. And if you look at the listings below, you'll see the same pattern. There's $3,000 per month, $2,000 per month. These are real numbers from people selling templates like this. Now, are these 6-figure numbers? No. But if your goal right now is to replace your income and leave your job, this alone could already be your ticket out. And that's what I love about using a product research tool like this. You don't have to take my word for it. You can actually see the data for yourself and validate your ideas before you even create the product. One feature I personally use all the time is the demand badges. This shows you how many times a product has been viewed, added to cart, and sold in the last 24 hours, which is incredibly valuable because it tells you the current demand. I also focus a lot on monthly revenue because if a product is consistently making money every month, that tells me it's still relevant and worth selling. Another feature I love is a tracking tool. So let's say I want to keep an eye on this product. I can just save it into a folder and track its performance over time. I can see if it's growing, slowing down, or staying consistent. You can even track entire Etsy shops. templates. So if you're serious about starting a digital product business, I highly recommend using a product research tool like this. And right now, Profitry is offering their Pro plan at 50% off for my viewers. It's usually $360 per year, but with a discount, it comes down to $180 for the entire year. And for that, you get unlimited access to all of this data. And compared to other tools on the market, this is actually one of the most affordable options. Some competitors go up to $273, even $800 per year, and they don't offer that same level of insights. So if you've been thinking about getting a product research tool, this is a really good time to try Profitry. Just keep in mind, this offer is only available for first-time Pro annual users, and it's only valid for 7 days after this video goes live. So if you want to grab it, click the link in my description box, choose the Pro plan, and use my code YALE at checkout to get 50% off. I'll leave everything linked below. Just make sure you grab it before the offer expires. The next one is branding kits for small businesses. This is also in high demand right now because more and more people are starting their own businesses, but not everyone has the skills to design their own brand or the budget to hire a designer. So instead, they turn to templates. A typical branding kit includes things like logo variations, color palettes, font pairings, and sometimes even social media templates. Basically, everything someone needs to build a cohesive and professional brand identity. These are the exact elements they'll use across their social media, websites, and even product packaging. And just like with the first product we talked about, you can go two routes with this. You can sell templates which are more scalable and beginner-friendly, or you can go the higher ticket route and offer custom branding kits. I'm not sure if you've seen my video where I talked about digital products that made up to $3 million on Etsy, but the product that made $3 million was a custom branding kit. Yes, $3 million. So if you're looking for a digital product that people are actually willing to invest in, this is definitely one of them. And this is coming from personal experience because I also sell branding kits in my own Etsy shop, and I can personally attest that this is a really good digital product to sell. The next one is niche-specific digital guides or workbooks. And if you're a beginner, you might be wondering, what even is that? So think about all those free guides you see creators offering in social media, things like PDFs, checklists, or ebooks. That's essentially what this is. But instead of selling the actual content, you're selling the template. You're creating the design, the layout, the structure so that someone else can just come in, add their own text, photos, and information without having to build everything from scratch, especially if they're not great at design. Workbooks work the same way. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but a lot of coaches, whether it's life coaches, business coaches, fitness coaches, use workbooks as part of their programs. And these aren't just 1 or 2 pages. Sometimes they're hundreds of pages long. So instead of them spending hours designing every single page, you're doing that part for them. Your job is to create multiple page layouts so they can just plug in their content and go. And when I say niche specific, I mean you can create these for different industries. So you can make workbooks for life coaches, business coaches, fitness coaches, or even things like wedding planners, social media managers, realtors, really any niche you can think of. And if you're not sure how to structure a workbook template, I actually have a few of them inside the vault, which is my library of over 1,000 resellable digital products. I believe there are 4 workbook templates in there, so you can kind of see how they're built and use that as a starting point. I'll leave the link in the description box if you want to check it out. The next one is website templates. Now, I know this isn't the most beginner-friendly digital product out there. There is definitely a learning curve, but if you're willing to learn how to build websites, I'm telling you, this can easily be your ticket out of your 9-to-5. And the reason for that is because of the barrier to entry. Not everyone is willing to go through the process of learning how to design a website, which means there's naturally less competition in this space. And whenever there's less competition, there's more opportunity. On top of that, website templates are much more detailed compared to other digital products, which means you can price them higher. You can easily sell a template for $100 to $150, and even just one sale a day can already be a solid income. And if you want to go even higher, you can offer custom websites. I've seen people charge anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 for a custom site, and businesses are willing to pay for it. And just so you know, you don't need to know how to code to get started. There are so many platforms now like Wix and Showit where you can design website templates without writing a single line of code. But if you do decide to learn how to code, that just opens up even more opportunities because now you can create more advanced templates and charge even higher. And this is something I've personally experienced. I've had people reach out to me through my Etsy shop offering to pay thousands of dollars for custom websites. I've turned them down because it's not my business model, but it just goes to show how much demand there is for this. So if you're looking for a high income skill that you can turn into a digital product, this is definitely one to consider. The next one is Notion or GoodNotes planners. Now, I know planners in general are already a popular product on Etsy, and I still agree with that. But if you want to take it a step further, I would highly recommend looking into selling planners inside Notion or GoodNotes. Because based on my own research using Profitry, these are consistently some of the top performing products in terms of monthly and total revenue. Now, when people think of planners, they usually think of personal planners, like something you use to organize your day-to-day life. But just so you know, that's not the only type of planner you can create. Especially inside Notion, you can actually build full systems that people and even businesses are willing to pay for. For example, you can create things like content planning systems, social media dashboards, client management systems, CRM trackers, project management boards, financial dashboards, or even entire business operating systems. And if you really know your way around Notion, you can pretty much create anything inside it. Now, just like with website templates, there is a bit of a learning curve here. You do need to understand how the platform works in order to create these type of products. But again, because of that, there's a higher barrier to entry, which means less competition. And because these products are more detailed and functional, you can also price them higher compared to your typical planner, especially if you go niche specific. So if you're willing to learn this skill, this could easily be another strong income stream or even your way out of your 9-to-5. So if this is something you've been wanting to do for a while, take this as your sign to finally go for it. Start where you are, use what you have, and see where it takes you, because this could genuinely change your life if you give it a real shot. And if you want to give yourself the best possible chance at success, I highly recommend using a tool like Profitry so you can validate your ideas before you even create anything. Again, they're currently offering 50% off their Pro plan for my viewers. It's usually $360 per year, but you can get it for $180 for the entire year. All you have to do is click the link in my description, choose the Pro plan, and use the code YALE at checkout to get the discount. And if you're someone who doesn't want to build everything from scratch, you can also check out The Vault, my library of over 1,000 resellable digital products that you can edit and sell as your own. I'll leave both of them linked in the description box below. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It really helps my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!